हमारी चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूले। यहाँ हजारों कहानियां हैं आपके लिए। Look, Mom. Shivani took a deep breath and said in a firm voice, "Let me make one thing clear. If anyone there shows off money or flaunts their status, I won't tolerate it." Her mother said with a slight smile, "Oh, don't think so quickly. I found your mother-in-law very nice. She was looking at both of you with so much love, especially you." A faint smile touched Shivani's eyes. "All right, Mom, we'll know tomorrow what they are really like." The next morning, early in the morning, Harjeet Khanna received a call from Raj. Raj informed him that Yash was coming to pick up Shivani. But Harjeet refused. "Shivani is coming herself," he said. "She has some work first, then she'll reach there." In fact, Shivani had already told her grandfather, "If a car comes from there, please refuse. I'll go myself." Her grandfather knew this was her habit, to live life on her own terms, so he didn't say anything and agreed to her request. As she got off the scooter, she took a deep breath. As soon as she entered the mall, a hint of confusion appeared on her face. Where do I need to go? She was only told the name of the mall, not the shop name nor the floor. I wish I had his number. She was standing outside thinking about all this when a voice called out, "Shall we, Shivani?" She was startled. She looked to the side. Yash was standing there. "You?" "I was waiting for you. I was told to bring you," Shivani said with a slight smile. "All right, let's go." They both walked towards the elevator. In the elevator, as the elevator door closed, Yash asked without any preamble, "How did you agree to the marriage?" Shivani replied without hesitation, "That's the question I should be asking you. How did you agree? I thought you would outright refuse. That's why I said yes without thinking too much." There was a seriousness in Yash's eyes. "I said yes after thinking about it." "Why?" Shivani asked with mild surprise. "Because I want to move forward, give my life the right direction. And I know you, I understand you a little, so I thought you might be right for me." Shivani said nothing. She just looked at him. The elevator had now reached the top floor. Outside the designer studio, in front of them was the boutique where the appointment with the famous designer was booked. Shivani said softly, "Okay, we'll talk about this later." "Certainly," Yash said and opened the door. Inside the boutique, as soon as Shivani entered the boutique, her eyes fell on Janvi and Jairaj standing in a corner. Janvi was smiling and Jairaj was carefully reading the tag on a beautiful dress. Seeing Jai, Janvi said with a slight smile, "I'm not here for myself, I'm here to look at dresses for my daughters-in-laws." Jai asked in a playful tone, "For daughters-in-law? You have sons, they'll select them themselves." Janvi's smile deepened slightly. "So, are you here for me?" Jairaj replied clearly with a smile, "Yes, I'm here for you. I felt like spending some time with the family this time, and this seemed like a good opportunity." Hearing Jairaj's words, a sparkle appeared in Janvi's eyes. She knew that the sweetness of relationships lies not in words but in feelings. Just then, Juhi excitedly exclaimed, picking up a dress, "Tell me, how will this dress look on me?" Jairaj said directly without looking, "Absolutely awful." By now, Shivani had reached them. Janvi said with a smile, "Yug went to pick up Pari and he hasn't returned yet." Yash said, "All right, I'll call my brother," he said, pulling out his phone. "By the way, Preeti auntie has stopped them from meeting these days, so they might take a little advantage of this opportunity." Everyone smiled faintly at his words. Shivani and Janvi. Shivani had now gone and stood by Janvi. Seeing her, Janvi spread her arms. "Oh dear, no. First give me a hug." Shivani hesitated with a laugh, but then went and hugged her. After Janvi, Jairaj also called her closer and hugged her lovingly. "By the way, we haven't met. I'm Yash's dad," he said with pride. Shivani smiled. This warmth was giving her some relief. "Children, now you select your dresses," Jairaj said. "I'll look for a nice dress for your mother." He moved to one side where designer outfits were hanging on hangers. He was looking at each dress with great care, as if he was choosing not just fabric but a relationship. Shivani stood there for a moment, gazing at everyone. A little later, Yug and Pari had also arrived. With their entry, the atmosphere gained a new vibrancy. As soon as they saw Shivani, they greeted her very affectionately. Shivani smiled faintly. She felt that these people are as open-hearted as their behavior was full of warmth and belonging. Now, everyone was looking at dresses together. Shivani, Juhi and Pari were constantly showing each other new designs. Juhi would pick up an anarkali and Pari would chatter non-stop. This color will look good on me. No, this one will be too much. Look at this. Shivani, who was usually a quiet and reserved girl, was smiling today, albeit silently. She was liking all this. Perhaps this was the first time she hadn't felt like a stranger in a new family. Just then, Yash brought a lehenga from the side, a pistachio green lehenga with subtle white work. It was paired with a dark magenta dupatta. The dupatta also had beautiful intricate embroidery. Yash placed the lehenga in front of Shivani and said, "I think this will be to your liking. Simple but classy. And the color will also look great on your complexion." Shivani looked at him quietly. There was not a question in her eyes, but a faint acceptance. She said softly, "Really, this looks quite nice." Yash smiled. The others also nodded in agreement. Juhi teased, "Wow, sister-in-law, it seems brother is starting to understand your taste." Shivani said nothing. She just smiled. For the first time that day, she felt a little ease in her upcoming relationship, as if an unknown relationship was slowly becoming her own. Pari and Shivani both had selected their dresses for the engagement. Juhi and Pari were also with Shivani, who had looked at options for her with great eagerness and love. Jairaj had already chosen a dress for Janvi. After the dress shopping was complete, everyone moved towards the jewelry section. The jewelry selected for Shivani and Pari's engagement was traditional and extremely beautiful. Janvi herself, keeping her preferences in mind, chose each piece with great care. In this way, by the time all the shopping was done, no one realized when evening had arrived. Time together at the restaurant. As soon as everyone was free, Jairaj looked around and said, "Come on, let's eat something now. Everyone is very tired. We can sit and talk peacefully for a while." Everyone nodded in agreement. There was a beautiful restaurant on one side of the mall, with a comfortable and quiet ambience. Everyone walked there together. As they sat down in the restaurant, someone asked for water while someone else ordered tea or coffee. After the day's hustle, everyone was now able to talk a bit more openly. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। As everyone settled down, Jairaj looked around with a smile and said, "Come, let's eat something now. Everyone is tired. We can sit and chat for a while to relax." Everyone nodded in agreement. In a corner of the mall, there was a beautiful restaurant, quiet, comfortable, and elegant. Everyone headed there together. Sitting in that place, away from the crowd, was a relief to everyone. Everyone nodded in agreement. As soon as they took their seats, someone asked for water while others ordered tea or coffee. After the day's hustle and bustle, everyone was feeling a bit more at ease. The conversation started. They were all laughing and talking amongst themselves. Shivani was listening quietly. She was very happy to meet all of them for the first time. She had known Yash since college. She could see how cheerful and welcoming Yash's family was. But she had something on her mind, something she wanted to say since she arrived. Now, she felt the atmosphere was a bit lighter and more open, so she decided to speak. Shivani hesitated slightly and said, "Auntie, I wanted to tell you something." Without letting her finish, Janvi interrupted with a warm smile and said, "I'm like your mother, dear, not an auntie. Just like Yash calls me mom, you can call me that too." Shivani smiled a little and replied, "Yes, okay, Mom." Jairaj also chuckled and said, "Why are you shy? You can call me Dad too." Shivani took a deep breath and said softly, "I want to work even after marriage. I like working." Upon hearing this, Jairaj and Janvi exchanged smiling glances. Jairaj said, "Absolutely, dear, you should work. And we know how intelligent you are. Yash has told us about you. You can work wherever you wish. We won't have any problem." Janvi continued, Actually, I wish for you to handle Singhania Industries after marriage. It's a very big industry, dear. Along with Yug and Yash, Pari also works here. Saying this, Janvi looked lovingly at Pari. Pari smiled and said, Absolutely, I work right here. Shivani felt very good hearing this. She had thought that such prominent people might not allow their daughter-in-law to work. But they were all very open-minded and understanding. She started smiling. Then Jairaj looked at all the children and said, You four, yes, only you four will now take responsibility for Singhania Industries. My intention is to go on a world tour with your mom. Until now, I was worried, but now I feel I can take retirement, Janvi said with a laugh. How can you retire now? I mean, from the office, yes, but remember, Juhi is not yet married. Juhi quickly replied, Exactly, and I don't want to get married yet. Everyone burst into laughter at this. Looking at Jairaj and Janvi, Shivani thought about how deep their friendship and love was. She felt very good seeing this. In fact, she had thought that perhaps Yash's mother would flaunt her wealth. But Janvi was so simple, lovely and welcoming. Now that all of you have finished eating and drinking, there's one more surprise, Jairaj said with a smile. For whom? Juhi spoke first. It's not your day today, child, Jairaj teased her. Today is your brothers and sisters-in-law's day. Juhi quickly said, I'll get some share too, right? I'm also a part of this family. Yash said laughingly, She's our only sister, Dad. All the surprises for her too. All right, let's go, said Jairaj. All their belongings have already been sent to the cars. Shivani said softly, I need to go home. It's getting dark outside. You go ahead, dear, no problem. If it gets too dark, I'll drop you myself, Jairaj affectionately and stood up. Everyone came out of the building. My scooter is in the mall parking, Shivani said softly. No problem. I'll tell security, they'll look after it. For now, you go with Yash. Shivani asked, Where are we going? If I tell you beforehand, what surprise will there be? Janvi said with a smile. Mom, you're taking Dad's side today, Yash teased. You haven't told us what the surprise is. Some surprises should remain surprises, Janvi said with a smile. As their cars entered the city's most expensive and prestigious locality, all the children were surprised. Why are we coming here? Yog asked from the back seat. The convoy of cars stopped in front of the gate of a beautiful, tall and luxurious building. The security guards bowed and opened the gate. The cars entered. Yash and Shivani were in one car, while Pari and Yug were together. Juhi was with Janvi and Jairaj. Everyone had a question on their face. What is all this happening? As the cars stopped in the parking, everyone got out one by one. Shivani was a bit quiet, but her attention was everywhere. The building's grandeur, the clean shining floors, the royal decor in every corner. It was no less than a 5-star hotel. Grandpa, now tell us where we've come, Yash asked with a smile. Be a little patient, son. The real surprise is yet to come, Jairaj said with a laugh. I'm very confused, Yog said softly to Pari. Do you know anything? Pari shook her head. No, I don't know either. Dad just said to come, so we came. Everyone started walking towards the lift together. Shivani was walking behind everyone, her mind restless, but there was also a flicker of hope and excitement in her heart. Is this surprise connected to her? Everyone got into the lift. Jairaj pressed the last button on the lift's touch panel, top floor. Everyone's faces were reflected in the mirror on the lift's wall. Some with curiosity, some with slight nervousness. As the lift went up, Shivani asked in a soft voice, Why have you all brought us here after so much effort? Jairaj smiled but said nothing. The lift speed slowed down and then stopped. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। As the lift stopped, the doors opened and they all stepped out into a plush corridor. This was the place that opened up to 3 different penthouse flats. 2 security guards stood there who bowed and greeted everyone. Looking at the atmosphere, one could easily guess how magnificent the interior would be if the exterior was so grand. You two come with me, Janvi said to Pari and Yog. And you 3 with me. Jairaj said to Shivani, Juhi and Yash. The three penthouses were in the same row, but the interior design and furnishing were completely different. Jairaj, Shivani and Juhi entered one penthouse, while Janvi, Pari and Yug entered another. Where have we come, Mom? Yug asked curiously. As the door opened, they entered a very beautiful penthouse. Modern interiors, large windows, and an open terrace. Everything was magnificent. This is a very beautiful place, Yug said. But whose is it? No one is even here. Are we meeting someone? Pari also expressed surprise. Janvi said with a slight smile, Come, see the terrace outside too. She led them towards the open terrace of the penthouse, where a very beautiful seating area was set up. A lake was visible in front, and the greenery spread far and wide made the view captivating. What a wonderful place, Mom, Yug said. Isn't it? Pari agreed. Their gaze fell on another terrace, connected to that terrace. Jairaj, Yash, Juhi and Shivani were standing there. The dividing walls were low, which both separated and joined the two terraces. They all gathered there. Jairaj was now in the middle of everyone. How do you like this house? He asked. Very beautiful, Yash said. And look, there's also a common gym for these three houses, Jairaj gestured. Why are you creating so much suspense? Juhi asked with a smile. Because these two houses are now yours, Jairaj said with a smile. This will be your new abode after marriage. This will be Shivani and Yash, and that one will be Yug and Pari's, he clarified. After a moment of silence, Yug said, Why do we feel we will be living here? We are not going anywhere leaving all of you. We will all live together. And who is separating you? Jairaj said seriously. Just for some time, so that you both can understand each other better, get some time with each other. When there are children, they will stay with us, because we can leave you occasionally, but not our grandchildren. Right, Janvi? He asked Janvi with a smile. Janvi also smiled. You are not far from us, Jairaj said. Both brothers will live in the same complex. You will live together, but there will also be privacy. But I will feel lonely without my brothers, Juhi said. Whenever you feel like it, you can stay wherever you want. No one has imposed any restrictions, Janvi said. And that third house, I will gift it to you after the wedding. But I don't want to get married, nor do I want to live in a separate house, Juhi said quickly. Shivani was still confused. Confusion was clearly visible on her face. Will someone tell me what each person will do? She asked Janvi softly. Everyone will do as Jairaj commands, Janvi said with a laugh. Let's go now. It's very late. Dad has made many calls, Jairaj said. Drop Shivani and Pari. Yug went to drop Pari and Yash went to drop Shivani. While getting into the car, Jairaj asked Janvi, My decision was right, wasn't it? Absolutely right, Janvi said. I also don't want my children to stay away from me, but we have to take thoughtful steps as we watch our children grow. You know, Janvi, the mistake I made, the one my father made, I don't want to repeat it. That's why he became distant from me. I don't want this story to repeat itself. I want Yash and Yug, both brothers, to always stay together. And for this reason, I will divide my property in such a way that neither relationships sour nor love diminish. And not just sons, but daughters will also have equal share, Jairaj said with a smile. Juhi, do you think your share will be less? Juhi, who was sitting nearby, said, I don't want anything, Dada. I know what my daughter wants, Jairaj proudly said. If she likes someone, tell me, but my daughter will definitely get her due. What do you think? Did I get you just like that? I prayed so much to get you, Jairaj emotionally said. Janvi started laughing at his words. I feel Shivani is a bit confused, Janvi said, but don't worry. Yash is very simple and true. Never doubt his love. He is exactly like you, Janvi said, looking at Janvi. After all this conversation, they all departed towards their homes. Yash was going to drop Shivani. He was driving himself, and Shivani was sitting in the seat next to him. As always, security cars followed behind. The security squad remained alert throughout the movement of the entire family, but in such a way that no significant commotion was visible to outsiders. Shivani was quiet, looking out of the car windows. Her gaze was lost somewhere in the distance, in thought. "What are you looking at?" Yash asked the question himself. Shivani turned towards him. She looked at him for a few moments, then said, "I wasn't particularly interested in your family, but it was nice meeting everyone. Everyone is very lovely. It's just that the idea of living separately, I didn't like that." "You mean living in those separate houses?" Yash asked casually. "Yes, I want to live with everyone." Shivani's voice was emotional. "It's okay," Yash said with a smile. "Maybe they won't agree now, but once we shift, then if we all want to live together, who will ask us to leave that house?" Shivani also smiled at his light-hearted tone. "By the way," she said, changing the subject, "your parents, their relationship is very beautiful. Dad cares a lot for Mom." Yash's smile deepened. "Care?" he said with a slight chuckle. "They are crazy about Mom." Shivani nodded slightly at his words. "To be honest, I feel like getting to know your family, knowing you as you are. It feels good to think that I will understand everyone slowly. That's why I say," Yash said, becoming serious, "as you get to know my family, you will like it even more. Because I know you, and I know that you." He couldn't even finish his sentence when his phone rang. "Why aren't you picking up the phone?" Shivani said. "Don't interrupt the conversation. See who it is." Yash glanced. A known number was flashing on the screen. After hesitating for a few moments, he received the call. As soon as he picked up the phone, a loud voice came. "Why are you not picking up my phone? Have you blocked me?" Yash took a deep breath. "Mahak," he whispered. Shivani looked at him in surprise.
हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। As soon as the call was answered, a voice came from the other side. "Why aren't you picking up my calls? Am I poor that you want to break ties with me?" Mahak was feigning emotions while acting. Shivani, who was sitting next to him, was quietly watching Yash. There were questions in her eyes, but she said nothing. Yash immediately put the phone on speaker. He wanted everything to be clear in front of Shivani, as he didn't want to hide anything from her. "I've blocked you, and you know the reason better than I do," Yash said in a calm tone. "What do I know?" Mahak said innocently. "I had spoken about us at home," Yash said. "I had told you not to talk about me at home," Mahak blurted out angrily. "Weren't we supposed to talk about our marriage at home?" "Mahak, you knew your truth. Grandfather, Pradeep uncle, everyone knew. As soon as I mentioned marriage, as soon as your name came up, they told me the whole truth, with proof. I could have said a lot to you, but I know these things don't affect you. If you want proof, that will be provided too," Yash said. "Mahak, you didn't follow me. You were made to follow me. We didn't meet. You deliberately came in front of me. Your father and your plans are known to everyone. My family also has information about your father." Mahak stammered. "No, I mean, they must be accusing Papa wrongly." "Mahak, don't try to change the subject. Tell your father that if Dad wishes, he can file a police case for what he's doing." After this, Yash hung up. He stopped the car to the side and took a deep breath. Shivani was still looking at her, but this time there was no fear in her eyes, only a clear search for an answer. Yash turned towards her. "You must have understood some things by now, Shivani. I don't want to hide anything." "Who was that girl, and what's the matter?" Shivani asked calmly. "This girl's father works in my office. I wanted to marry her, but she turned out to be part of a whole scam. Attempts were made to ruin our family and business, and all the links have now come to light. She was just part of a plan to trap me. You can confirm this with Pradeep uncle if you want." "Who is Pradeep uncle?" Shivani asked. "Oh, sorry, you don't know our family completely yet. He is Pari Bhabhi's dad and my dad's assistant. You just met Parinita Mehta today. She's going to get married to my elder brother." "Yes, she seemed very simple and sensible," Shivani said softly. "So, if you want, I can arrange a talk with your dad. He will explain the whole matter clearly. I don't want any questions left in your mind or for you to think I planned something." Saying this, Yash started dialing his dad. "No, leave it," Shivani suddenly, and took the phone from Yash's hand and cut it. I am believing your words. Life doesn't go on without belief. So, you can have a past. And if I have a past, Shivani said, in a steady tone. If there's anything you can tell me, Shivani, I am not someone who judges without understanding the other person. If I have a heart, it can only be yours, Yash said with a slight smile. This time, there was no deception in his smile. His face was calm, as if he had lightened the burden on his heart. Shivani looked at him for a few moments and then said, I'll tell you some other time. It's very late now. Drop me home. My family must be waiting for me. Yash started the car. There was silence inside the car. But in that silence, there was peace, there was trust, and a relationship that was now ready to move forward, not out of fear, but out of belief. Shivani, Yash said while driving, telling you this today has lightened my heart. This burden had been on my heart for many days. I felt you would complain, but perhaps I should have explained everything clearly earlier. Shivani glanced out the window and simply said, It's okay. Yug suddenly stopped the car to the side. Why did you stop the car? Pari asked startled. Yug looked at her and smiled faintly. He kept looking at her for a few moments without speaking, as if searching for a forgotten century in her eyes. Then he blinked. I intend to romance my future wife, Yug said playfully. Ma's call has come, Pari said with a slight smile. No problem, but a little romance is fitting, isn't it? We are getting engaged now, and married too, Yug said. Pari started looking outside. Yug gently moved aside the hair on her neck. Pari was still looking outside, but as he placed his lips on her soft neck, she was startled. What are you doing? Pari said, shivering. I am showering love on my future wife, Yug said softly. He gently stroked Pari's hair. Pari's breathing became a little irregular. A shadow of shyness flickered across her face. Shall we go now? Yug asked. First, I want a kiss. Then we'll go, Yug asked. No, I'm not asking you now. What's the need to ask? This is my right, Yug said with a smile. You didn't ask even when we had no relationship, Pari said a little annoyed. There was a hint of complaint in her words. She was remembering the conversation in the hotel that day, when she had asked Yug, aren't you interested in girls? And in response, Yug had suddenly kissed her. Yes, I had forgotten. You had asked me if I was interested in boys, Yug said laughing. Then, he leaned down and looked into Pari's eyes, lifting her chin with his fingers. So, I think I should show you my interest clearly today, Yug said softly and deeply. Pari's breath hitched. Her heart started beating faster. She wanted Yug to say nothing, just make her feel it. Yug leaned towards her face, drowning in her eyes, then planted a soft, loving kiss on her lips. Not fast, not forceful, just enough to make Pari's eyes close for a few moments. You have changed a lot, Pari said softly. No, you have changed me, Yug said with a smile. Then Yug started the car. Pari was silent now, but there was a different kind of glow on her face. She wasn't looking out the window. Instead, she was looking at the person with whom her relationship was now not just by name but also by soul.
हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। The engagement time had arrived. Yash, who wanted to move on in his life, leaving Mahak behind, had tried a lot. It wasn't that he didn't miss Mahak, but now he knew that his relationship was built on deception. And once trust is broken, it cannot be rebuilt. Shivani, who was never too serious about marriage, now felt a sense of stability after meeting Jahnavi's family. Yug and Pari were now completely immersed in each other's love. Nick had now started liking Juhi's innocence and understanding immensely. After the engagement, Jairaj called Nick to his house. Uncle, why did you call me? Nick asked respectfully. Jairaj said with a smile. I think you have already spoken to your parents? Yes, we have. Meanwhile, Juhi also entered the room. She had changed out of her engagement clothes and was now in a comfortable dress. Nick was still in his engagement attire. You know my answer, Juhi said. I don't want to get married yet. I want to complete my studies. Jairaj said in a serious tone. Absolutely, my child. I also want both of you to focus on your careers first. I just want to say that if you both like each other, I will be very happy. He turned towards Juhi. Juhi dear, I said it on the first day. I really like Nick. I want a boy who can understand my daughter, and I know Nick is that kind of boy. Nick said with a slight smile. Uncle, don't worry, I will always take care of her. Juhi smiled, then softly. You're a strange person. If you don't want to get married, why will you take care of me? Nick quietly looked at her, then slowly said, Love doesn't just happen with marriage. Some people stay together their whole lives, whether the relationship gets a name or not. Juhi said nothing, but her eyes spoke volumes. Changing the subject, Jairaj said, Juhi is going to Canada next month. All her admission papers are ready. Now, you both have time to get to know each other better. Nick nodded. Yes, uncle. By the time the marriage talk comes up, we will decide what we want to do. Shakti. A few weeks after this engagement, Yog and Pari, Yash and Shivani, both couples had returned home after getting married. Jahnavi, who had already reached home, was performing all the housewarming rituals. Jahnavi performed every tradition with her whole heart, whether it was the Kalash Puja, Aarti, milky water spilling with the feet, rice spilling, or the ring-finding game. She lovingly included the two daughters-in-law in every ritual. After the wedding, Jairaj had also invited his two brothers, their wives and children to the house. He no longer wanted any bitterness in any relationship. He had forgiven everyone. His heart was clear, and he wanted to spend the rest of his life only in happiness and unity. Jai and Raja, both brothers, were also very happy. They saw how Jairaj was laughing today, talking openly with everyone. All this was because of Jahnavi. That girl had changed the fortunes not only of Jairaj but of the entire family. Shakti. A few weeks after this engagement, Rajan looked at his wife Jaya and said in a soft voice, Jaya, tell me, was any of my decisions wrong? Jaya, who was watching everything from a corner of the room, smiled softly. Raja said again, Actually, I am saying this. If I had not chosen Jahnavi for Jairaj, then perhaps we would not have seen this peaceful day today. Jaya looked at him and said with a laugh, Yes, you only did one good thing in your life. Raja smiled. And the second? Jaya looked into his eyes lovingly. You married me, didn't you? Raja burst out laughing. Their laughter echoed in the room. The entire family, their sons, daughters-in-law, grandchildren, everyone was present. Rain of happiness was falling in the house. Every face was smiling. Every relationship had been resolved. And now there was nothing left in this story except that everyone had found their respective destinations.